So we got our paint in. This is that deep mint green we talked about for that one motor. And then this is the metallic flat antique nickel. So for anybody wondering, you're looking at $228 right there, just for paint. So painting these motors ain't cheap. All right, so about to start tearing this one down. This is that motor that came in that, from what we believe, it was a DOD failure. Very common nowadays on these GM engines. Even more common if you're hot rodding it. And I can tell you that this one was kind of in a hot rod, so maybe not all GM's fault, but those lifters are failing on brand new trucks right now, so they got a major issue. Picked me up a little something from Harbor Freight. These are those lifetime Pittsburgh sockets, which I've already broke one, but they replace it for free, which is cool. But I got this little magnet holder for them. You know, this is all the metric sizes that I'm usually going to be messing with when tearing one of these down for the most part, so they can stay back here readily available. Still got to get this fixed up and get me a table to put some tools and stuff on.
I got the table right there. Perfect.
But I got a little table now. I just got to make room for it. We got some stuff we still need to sort out and get rid of. Man, look at that, coming together. Check it out. Got me a table, got me a little area cleaned off so I can set some tools on when I'm tearing this apart. It's gonna be a good day, even though it's 120 degrees out here again. All right, I'm gonna start by taking the whole front end stuff off. Gotta get all this off. Balancer's gonna come off. This whole thing's coming apart, so it's gonna be a lengthy process here. I think it's missing some water pump bolts. It had missing 2 water pump bolts on the driver's side, and it was missing 1 alternator bracket bolt. So we got some probably laying around, but just let me know. One of the little rubbers got stuck down in there. Best thing to do is just get you a little, well, if you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. This is just a oil pan bolt, one of the back ones. Reach down in there. Pop this thing out. Don't want to lose those. 2 on this one. There it is. This one also came in missing 1 whole side of coils. Makes it easy. I gotta take that side off, but take this side off. Because even though this one's already painted, when we go back together with it, it's gonna get fresh coat of paint. I think it's gonna get the antique nickel. This one's also missing a passenger side valve cover bolt, and the driver's side had 2 bolts that aren't actually valve cover bolts in it. Just let me know. So far, I don't see anything weird. I want to roll it over and see what it does.
Yeah.
Get these plugs out of here.
Good. All good.
Don't see anything strange on the spark plugs yet. Everything looks good. Got one that's got a little bit different discoloration right there in the middle. So we can rotate this thing. Hey Dad, you wanna come watch this while I spin it and just see if you see anything? I'm just, before I tear into it further, I just wanna see if we can document or just see something. You know, watch this bank here. See if you see anything abnormal. You see a cylinder not moving or something not opening. Check this other side. I had one plug, I showed it off this bank that was a different color, more dark color.
Good.
All right, so far they're all moving, so.
They're all moving off the cam, so.
Okay, we'll see. So further we go.
So we got the DVDs already done, so all we gotta do is change the trays.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop this off anyway, but yeah, supposedly the plug's already in here for the DOD, but the DOD lifters are still in it.
Yeah.
So
we are gonna do away with that, but let's get something, put all these in a fresh can or
okay, I got it.
there.
See if we can go ahead and get this balancer off real fast. See if we get lucky here. Busting the bolt out, no problem. Like that. All right, we got our handy dandy puller here. Let's see if we can get it done. All right, I think we got a bite on all of it. Straight. See what we can do here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, next I'm gonna start removing these rockers here. Get these rockers out of here a little bit. I have to go through them and make sure. Well, you know what? These are getting trunnion upgrades, right? So we don't have to inspect anything. All the needle bearings are going in the trash anyway. That'll work.
Let's get the big can.
Yeah, let's get the big cam. Let's get the big cam and the manual transmission.
All we'll need is that.
Yeah. All these push rods are good. They're flat. They're not rounded. Bent, I should say. They're not bent. Let's see what this side does. Well, what I'm doing is I'm just rolling these on the ground just to see if they're bent. So far, these ain't bent. So still good stock push rods. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the heads off now and see if we can see anything on this after we get that off. And then obviously I still gotta take the front cover and oil pan, valley, all that's coming off. But I'm anxious to get the heads off to see what we can see. Whoa, that's weird. So water shooting out of that bolt. I don't know if y'all saw that. And this thing's rolling downhill as I try to do it. Got water shooting out of that one too. I don't remember that happening on these other ones we've torn apart. I don't remember that happening either. Alright, I've been chasing this thing all over the shop. Somebody over tightened some head bolts, so that was a lot of fun. I had to get a big old breaker bar. But got them all loose now. About to crack these things open, which is really weird. I was just telling my dad that when I was taking these bottom bolts out, there's water coming out of them. So usually that doesn't happen. I guess in some of those, you know, are in a water jacket for sure, but I mean, water was shooting up out of the bolt, so they took it out. Kind of weird. Let's see what we got, boys. Let's see what we got. The head looks fine. I've never had one come out so easy. Usually they stick a little bit better than that. I'm going to go on a limb and suspect that these head gaskets have been reused. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Weird deal. A lot of water sitting in this one though. A lot of water in there. And I've never had them just come out so easy, but head gasket looks okay.
This bank here?
Yeah. It was like this. But I had water come out of these. I guess the bolts are in a water jacket.
Yeah. They are.
But I've never had water come out. I don't know. Just
Kind
trying.
of weird, isn't it?
Kind of weird, but a lot of.
That ain't water. It's antifreeze.
So, let me lean y'all in here. You're on a big tripod, my bad. But so this side's full of water, or antifreeze anyway.
Yeah.
So head gasket may have been leaking, possibly. We found on this side. This side's dry. Head looks okay. This side here was dry. Don't see any issues there. Start pulling the lifters out. I think that's where we're going to find the problem. Alright, I got the bolts out of the lifter trays. So let's see if we can. They all stuck down in there. And they all stuck down in there. We'll get a magnet. So this side don't have DOD in it. Huh? There's no DOD. There's none of these for DOD. This ain't a DOD tray. Neither is this one. This is LS7 lifters.
That's right freeze for them, right?
Yeah. So there's no DOD lifters in this. They failed. I'm very confused about it.
They've already failed.
Alright, so I've been telling y'all wrong this whole time. When this one came in, I was told it was a DOD failure. So technically it was, but somebody's been into it and replaced the DOD lifters with LS7 style lifters and lifter trays. So it has no DOD in it. So I'm not exactly sure what we're doing with it. I'm gonna pull the cam. We'll look at the cam here in a second, but it's gonna get a Texas speed cam and trunnion upgrade and valve spring upgrade and new seals and stuff, new gaskets. So I'll try to get some more information. So, in this deal, like I said, it was a DOD motor that the DOD failed on, and then somebody went in and took it apart, and looks like they reused the head gaskets once, and then did the LS7 lifter upgrade. So a little confusing. I was expecting to be able to pull out a failed DOD, which we've done before, just not on video, and I was going to be able to show y'all what a DOD failure looks like. But this one already failed and has been replaced with the upgrade. So yeah, I'm just going to keep tearing into it and figure out what's going on. All right, so we're still stripping this one down. I'm going to take the front cover loose, get the oil pan off, get that going. so I got the oil pan off, and Dad's just checking the bottom end here. All right, so we checked the bottom end out best we can. Everything feels good and tight. A little bit of rocky on the rods is normal, and it's throughout they're all pretty much the same. Good clean engine so far. So it did eat up a DOD lifter. I think the only issue that we got is maybe we'll get the cam out. We'll see what the cam looks like.
Somebody's already put the DOD caps in. These are a different kind, and
I've never seen
these
this
are
kind.
flush fit. I've never seen these.
Yeah.
But always different manufacturers make different stuff, I guess.
I like if y'all seen our other videos, there's an aluminum one we use that it has kind of a little cap to the
so you
end
know
of it.
you know you're far enough down,
Right.
and
These just go flush. It almost looks like these are bolts that somebody threaded down in there, and
Yeah,
they
sure
grinded
do.
them off or cut them off.
yeah. The other ones stick up above,
Kind of
and
weird.
they make a different sound with the hammer when you hit it,
Yeah.
and you'll know you're all the way down as far as you need to go, so you don't go too far. You know.
Right. Yeah, they're done. So we did the oil pump locator. We got our new one in. This is a metal one, our plastic one broke. So I'm getting ready to pull the oil pump real quick, and then get the timing chain phaser out, and get the cam out, and then I think we'll be done for the day. After that, I'm gonna inspect this cam and see what this cam looks like. So that's what I was saying. It's like it was a DOD failure. Somebody's went in, yanked the heads off of it,
Yeah.
reused the head gaskets. They put in LS7 style lifters, which are fine. We're trashing all that, throwing all that away, going back to brand new stuff. So the only thing that can be damaged is the cam, I would guess, because everything else looks fine. The heads were fine, the block looks good. So it's just a matter of maybe the cam got ate up a little bit with the DOD failure, or maybe it was just tapping and making racket.
Probably on the first time, and it dropped this lifter.
Right.
Might have damaged the cam at that point, and then this was all done with it in the engine bay. It's hard to do with it in there, and it started ticking again.
This, like I said, this was a drop off, and originally what I had heard was it was a DOD failed motor. So I was expecting to find a failed DOD. So I didn't know it had already been into a couple times, but that's fine. I mean, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it straight.
I think what we're gonna find is cam's gonna be wore.
Maybe a wear
if it's still ticking.
Well, let me get the cam out. And
Okay, we'll look at it.
I'll let you look at it. I'll let you look at it. All right, so we're gonna pull the oil pump off real quick. And this guy does want to reuse this oil pump, so as long as everything's clean in the pan, I mean, there's no trash in it. So I'm gonna pull the baffle out of the pan anyway. Those hollow cans, I'm gonna pull the baffle out, get the pickup tube out of it, blow it, put it in the parts washer, and clean it anyway. So. So that factory Loctite gets on them, and just makes it a pain to take them off. Inner plate off. Everything's good with that. And luckily we didn't strip any of these out, so we get to reuse these. Next we're gonna pull this cam out, and then Dad's gonna do a little inspection on it and see if he can show us maybe, you know, what went wrong or what's bad with this this DOD engine, or soon to be not DOD. I'd be curious to see if we could find a bad wear spot where the DOD lifter failed, or if it was just a matter of a noise, just a tap that was caught, soon enough not to cause any issues. All right, set this down. So even though we're not going to reuse it, we're just curious people, and we just wanted to see if we could see a bad spot on the cam or something that looks abnormal. See a line right here, Dad. I don't know if you can see that line. If that's anything. I can feel it with my fingernail.
That's it. I bet you. Right there.
Yeah.
And that one there for sure.
Yeah. So this cam does have some more wear than we're used to seeing on a stock cam that we pull out. So that could have been part of where the DOD had failed, possibly.
Got into the cam.
Yeah. Well, it's trash anyway. We're not. But yeah, this is the fuel lobe. So, but yep.
See this one right here? Look how much. That one's higher than this one.
Kind of flat.
And it looks. This one looks a little higher than that one.
Like, I think the DOD lobes are a little bit different on the stock. Yeah, so there's a different ramp rate on DOD lobes versus the cylinders that don't have DOD. But yeah, you can. It can
Definitely see that.
You see that line right there.
Yeah.
It had some wear.
Oh, look at that. Piece of metal right there on the end of my finger. Look at that. Is it metal?
It's a hair.
Hair. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. No metal in this motor.
So.
Get this trash out of here.
Yep. Just junk. All right, so I'm done with this one for today. Still got to do a little cleaning up on it. Waiting for the cam kit and springs, trunnions, all that good stuff's got to come in before we can put everything back together and get it painted. This 8-speed transmission here has a bad computer in it. Behind the scenes, what you didn't see that we did today is we drained all the fluid out because it was full. So hopefully next weekend I can get this flipped over. We're going to pull the valve body off and swap computers, which is something I've never done. So that'll be pretty fun. And then also behind the scenes, while I was tearing that thing down, Dad's been doing his paint thing over here, getting everything hung up and ready. And just kind of taking it easy. It's warm today.
Very warm.
Very warm. And we're getting rid of this table to give us a little bit more room in here. All we really need is this table. He's kind of organizing his paints and stuff over here. So this is still going to be our paint side. This is still going to be our tear down side. And because I make a lot of messes over here. I'm kind of a messy guy sometimes. So this was my worry with this Harbor Freight deal, was that I wasn't going to be able to just come up to it and grab my sockets off there, right? But you can. So that's pretty cool. I was worried that every time I'd go grab a socket, I would just rip this whole thing off, right? So, but I bought it specifically with the magnet so I could hang them up and stay out of the way. And, yeah, I'm liking my little area. It's working out good. All right, so we got the other table cleaned off and moved. He's got everything strung up, ready for primer and mint green, deep mint green paint. Got everything covered up over here. I think we're gonna end it off today. It's extremely hot. We're both tired, and we're gonna sit and enjoy a cold beverage and relax for a little bit. Thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe, like, share, ring the notification bell. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.